This year marks an incredible milestone for EMAPC Fashion House. 10 years of innovation, craftsmanship, and community empowerment. From humble beginnings at Madina Ritz Junction, EMAPC has grown into an institution, a place where Ghanaian creativity meets global standards. Led by founder and CEO Mr. Ebenezer, EMAPC Fashion House is more than a tailoring shop. It's a beacon of opportunity, training young men and women in the art of design and dressmaking and producing high-quality local and foreign styles, from regal kaftans and agbadas to stylish dresses and export-ready t-shirts made with the finest materials. For the past decade, EMAPC has stood for quality, empowerment, and vision, serving local customers while preparing for the international market. As they celebrate this 10-year journey, we sit down with Mr. Ebenezer to reflect on his mission, challenges, and dreams for the future of Ghana's fashion industry. Join us on NeyoflixTV as we tell this EMAPC story. Hello, you're welcome to NeyoflixTV. My name is Hupwa and I am your host. Today we are coming to you from Ritz Junction, Madina. And as part of our youth empowerment program, we are celebrating 10 years of EMAPC Fashion House. EMAPC Fashion House is celebrating 10 years of innovation, creativity, excellence, and delivering the best and quality affordable collections. And as part of their celebrations, we are sitting with Mr. Ebenezer Srebo to reflect on us about his challenges, his mission, and his dreams for the future of Ghana's fashion industry. So stay tuned with us. Mr. Ebenezer Srebo, congratulations on 10 years of EMAPC Fashion House.
Thank you very much.
Can you briefly share with us how this journey started?
Okay, so EMAPC Fashion House started 10 years ago, exactly on the 4th of July 2015. In fact, I, over the years, have seen how Ghanaian youth, fortunately or unfortunately, have not taken, fashion or things that we do with our hands seriously. And I was asking a lot of questions. The answers I was getting was a bit mind-boggling. So I decided to go in for fashion, test it, and use that as a basis to encourage Ghanaian youth. Then on the other hand, I also realized that fortunately or unfortunately, we have been colonized so much so that we are not able to appreciate what God has given to us as Africans, using our own African indigenous fabrics and also our own style to create something that will fit an African. Fortunately or unfortunately, I realize that we buy into the foreign things than the things that we do here. So I decided to come in, change the narrative. First of all, change the mindset of the Ghanaian youth, and then the next thing is to also change the pattern where we wear Africa or Ghanaian, and we feel very proud about it, irrespective of where we find ourselves in the world. So that has been the reason for starting EMAPC Fashion House. Thank you.
So what was your mission when you founded EMAPC Fashion House?
All right, so the mission mainly was to change the mindset of the Ghanaian, the average African or the Ghanaian, starting from my own country. Because I realized that the courage and what it takes for one to start something and also to grow it into a certain height where it can be appreciated by all, especially we ourselves and then the outside world. I have decided to do this, and by the grace of God, we've come this far, and we know that with time we'll definitely be able to change that narrative where a young Ghanaian will start and grow whatever they start, into the heights that they want to get to. Okay.
Right, so let's talk about the training and empowerment. So one unique aspect of Impact is your training center.
Yes.
Why was it important to you to empower and create employment for young men and women?
All right, so like I said, the young Ghanaian has never found that courage to do fashion or any other trade that is done with our hands. Talk of carpentry, talk of fashion, talk of other trade that can be done by our own hands. I looked at that terrain and I was like, no, this thing has to change. So I took it upon myself to learn fashion, and that is where I want to start, so we can channel it into other avenues. Definitely we will have to master our craft and also make sure that those we are training can come out, and they come out very well, so they can be proud of what they are doing. Over the years, I've been able to train not less than 38 apprentices and graduated all of them. Currently, still holding about 14 of them in-house and still training them. Over 10 years now, by the grace of God, I have worked back to back, and it was deliberate. Day, night, up until now. We are changing the narrative after 10 years, but at least now I can sit and look back and say that yes, whatever a young man decides or a young Ghanaian decides to do, it's possible. The only thing is that we have always looked at the negatives, and because of that, we've not been able to grow. Where we've gotten to, we will not say that we have gotten it all yet, no, but at least we know we've have a milestone, and the journey is on, and we'll definitely hit the mark.
Wow, that's quite an interesting one. So let's come to your craft and production. You're known for both local and foreign styles, from cultures and from kaftans and agbadas to export quality t-shirts. Now, how do you ensure the quality in every piece you produce, and what inspires the designs you create?
All right, so right from the onset, I told myself that everybody has a brand, and every brand speaks for itself. So we're not going to localize ourselves just to our own local wares. We need to go international. So we started with our own indigenous designs using our own kente quality fabrics, and then also the GTP, the woodins that are being done and printed here in Ghana. We've had various kinds of designs, and out of that, we've been able to catch market in the UK, US, Kenya, and South Africa, and other places. We are looking forward to use and blend basically our own indigenous and then the foreign fabrics. We are also not just looking at just the fact that we look at people who are able to buy things that are expensive. We are looking at a very big market where we'll be able to touch those who don't have, like, quote and unquote, enough money to buy the expensive things. Yet at the same time, we are also looking to scale up to also catch up with the elite and those who will be able to buy the very good and quality things that are being produced by Impact Fashion House. Impact Fashion House has a slogan, and our slogan is that we create, we don't imitate. And so most of the things we do are designed by Impact Fashion House. Yes, thank you.
Wow, that's interesting. That's great. You create and not imitate. Well, what motivates you to keep going even when times are tough?
So, right from the onset, I knew whatever journey one decides to embark on isn't going to be easy, because there is no easy road anywhere. If I want to use an athlete as an example, you know that they will go for a competition, and at the end of the day, they will only run for probably 10-30 minutes, and the competition is over. But such an athlete will have to train not less than 10 years, 15 years of their life to just go for an Olympics for an hour or two. And I mean, the road is on. As to whether they will make it or not, as to whether they will be able to get the win or not, they still scale through and they do their trainings anyway. They go through all the difficulties, the rudiments, whatever it takes to be able to, get a championship. I use the same mindset and the same concept. Over the years, I knew the journey is not going to be easy, I knew it was going to be rough, I knew it was going to be tough, but just like an athlete, we'll just keep running until we hit the mark.
That's encouraging. So what would you say are your greatest strengths as a business leader?
All right, so my greatest strength is actually God. I knew that, just like the Bible would say, by strength shall no man prevail. Over the years, like I will always say, there are many things that I use as an example. If you depend on men, the arm of flesh will fail you. But there's one thing that has never failed, and that is God. And so for me, my motivation has always been God. And by the grace of God, we've come thus far, and we know that He's going to take us to the next level.
Right. So I would like you to share some of your weaknesses, the challenges you go through.
All right. So for the challenges, there are many. So if you're a young Ghanaian, and because I'm a Ghanaian, I'll speak for Ghanaians, and you want to start as a fashion designer, and because I'm a fashion designer, I'll speak from that point of view. There are so many things that you are faced with. People bring their fabrics, fortunately will not pay for them, and they leave it with you. A place to start your work, where to start, how to start, financial issues. Especially with me, when I was starting, I knew the journey was going to be very tough because I had a paradigm shift in what I was doing. I used to be in transport, and I decided to do fashion. Quit transport and start fashion afresh, right from the ground. The challenges are many. Some are with timing. Some are with the current electrical situations in our country, the tariffs and quality of fabric. The price of things have all been challenges that I have couched out. And we are not just looking at the fact that we are seeing these problems and we'll just look on. As we grow and as God gives us the opportunity to scale up, we will be a voice to advocate for such things, because some of us, it's painful to hear that things like Chinese produce would come to Ghana and they are very cheap. Unfortunately, we produce our own and they are like 10 times the price. And all these things are very difficult for the young Ghanaian designer who would want to compete in the international market. We are working at it, and we pray that one day, or probably through this means, our voice will be heard through the presidency to any leader who would have this information, so we can all bring our ideas together and change the narrative for ourselves as Ghanaians. Because if we really want to compete, then we need to understand that prices are very important, quality of fabrics are very important, and then the opportunity to also sell in the outside world and also within as well. So these are the things that I have couched out over the years as problems, and looking at it, we would want to work and work at them and change the narrative.
Right. So let's talk about your future plans. Looking ahead, what are your plans for Impact over the next, let's say, 20 to 30 years?
All right. So, like every Ghanaian business, I have seen how they start. It gets to a certain stage. Fortunately or unfortunately, when the one who started the business is no more, then the business will just collapse. I'm looking forward to build a business that will last a generation or a decade. Even after our grandchildren. I'm not just looking at building a brand where my name is out there and that's it. No, I want to build something that will be a legacy that will live on for a very long time. And looking at it, I knew the journey is not going to be easy, but definitely we are going to work at it. We are making sure that we would produce and sell. At the same time, we have built ourselves in so strong enough to start with the little ones and build their mindset to also join the fashion industry. If not mine, they can also start something that will last a generation. But we are going to do our best to make sure that we preach the good news of, the local Ghanaian having that courage, having that tenacity, having that mindset of building together with other people, making sure that whatever we build as a brand stands. Yeah, thank you.
So, do you see Impact Fashion House expanding beyond Ghana's borders?
All right, so like the name goes, Impact Fashion House was chosen deliberately The house means that something that has come to stay. And it isn't going to be just a house that is kept, like the Bible would say, that you don't light up a light and put it under a table. You light up a light and put it on a candlestick, or where people can see whatever you are doing. So Impact Fashion House is going to be built in such a way that it will go international. It will have brands, connections with the outside world. We are not limiting ourselves to our abilities alone, because we know that we can't do it alone. I mean, we cannot shelve everything. So Impact is also looking out for, opening its doors to other investors to come in, to also come and share in this vision. Thank you.
So we're about to wrap up the show for now. But before that, what message do you have for young people in Ghana who want to enter fashion designing or start their own business in fashion?
All right, so this is where I come in so strong to every young Ghanaian. I want them to understand that, fortunately or unfortunately, we have been built in a society where courage is lost, where the confidence in the indigenous Ghanaian is not there. When you start a thing, nobody will encourage you. Nobody would support you financial wise. Nobody is going to talk you on so you can keep your faith or your business alive. I want the young Ghanaian to understand that whatever you set out your mind to do is possible, and it is even more than possible. Listen, whoever is listening to me this very moment, I am giving you the opportunity to also look at yourself. See, one of the things I've realized, that whatever you want to do, you need focus. You need to make sure that you have what it takes to be able to look on whatever you are doing. Do it with all your heart. Make sure that you don't turn your eyes to the left or to the right, because if you are not able to focus on what you are doing, there are many things that are going to take your eyes off what you really want to do. And whatever you decide to do, please make sure that that is exactly what you want to do. Don't let the things that are happening, or probably what somebody is doing and is flourishing, change your mindset. Just keep on doing what you are doing, and I can assure you that at the end, it is going to go very well. I know we've not gotten to where we want to get to, but with what we've built and what we've done over the years and where we've gotten to now, I can say, and I can say it on authority, that whatever you start small can grow into a very big thing. Just focus.
Right. So one last question is, what advice would you give to your own fellow fashion designers?
All right. So how I wish that we can collaborate, come up with ideas where we can build one market, a very good big market for our own local, produce, because it's like everybody is individualistic, and that has been a challenge. And because of that, pricing and many other things has been fighting us. We are not able to scale up. Those who are able to scale up, they scale up, and at the end of the day, it gets to a point, because they are sole owners of their businesses, the businesses collapse and it can't rise again until you find yourself as the sole proprietor or probably managing the business. It means that the business is not going to run, and that is a challenge. How I wish that Ghanaians can come together and find a solution, one solution to this particular problem, because I've heard of people going to China, and when they get there, those who do fashion, they are almost all in one province, and when we buy from such places, and they are making it out there, and we are here struggling. How I wish we can come together. That's my advice to all fashion designers in Ghana.
Thank you for sharing your journey with us, Mr. Ebenezer. From NeyoflixTV, we celebrate 10 years of Impact Fashion House and look forward to seeing its legacy grow for decades to come. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on your 10 years anniversary.
Thank you. God bless you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Kindly introduce yourself. And then...
Okay, my name is Doris Aziawa, and I'm an apprentice here.
Right. So, from your experience, would you say fashion designing and dressmaking is a difficult skill to learn?
Not at all, if only you are willing to learn.
So, what are some of the challenges you face as a student in this field? And how do you manage to overcome them?
Okay, as a new apprentice, definitely something new that you are about to learn. So You face challenges learning the basics, but as time goes on, you pick it up.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. Think of Impact Fashion House. Since you came here, has there been any improvement on you?
Oh yeah, my ba has said yeah. Metime sua ade. The ehia ne sɛ wowɔ the passion. If only you have the passion and you are willing to learn, everything will go smoothly for you. And our boss is really good. And Ochema Otiasi and so fine.
All
Ti
right.
Eyepa.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, can you tell us your name?
Okay, my name is Ella.
Ella. So, Ella, can you tell us maybe some of the challenges you face when you're learning the fashion
All
design?
right. I face a lot of challenges. Firstly, when I came, I can't stitch. My stitching was very bad. Everything was bad. But as times goes on, as times goes on, I was able to stitch. Sometimes if I'm stitching, the stitching is very bad. I'll start well and end badly. Sometimes I'll start badly and end well. So because of that, I have to push hard, and now I can stitch and stitch well.
Right. Okay. That's encouraging. So, right now, what have you learned from Impact Fashion House?
Well, I've learned a lot. Now I know how to stitch both men and ladies wear, corset, trousers, and even the one I'm wearing. I did it by myself, and I thank God for that.
Okay. So, do you have any words of encouragement or words of appreciation for your boss?
Yeah, I'll say a very big thanks to him for putting me up and helping me up to this stage. I pray that God should empower him and give him more strength so that he'll be able to train more young youth outside there that don't have anything doing. That in future they will also benefit from it.
So, with this fashion journey in Impact Fashion House, were you supported by your parents or any other person? You had the
Yeah.
support. So, what would you say to them also?
I also say a very big thank you to them for bringing me to Impact Fashion House. I'm really appreciate.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm Esther.
What?
Esther.
Okay. All right. So, from your experience, would you say fashion design and dressmaking is a difficult skill to learn?
At first, it was very difficult, but then as time goes on, you gain more knowledge, and then the idea and more understanding. It's very simple and interesting.
Okay. So far, what specific skills have you learned or acquired from Impact Fashion House that you are really proud of?
Okay, so for now, I can confidently say I can sew a corset dress, also trousers and shirts, which I'm very proud of myself.
So, where do you see yourself after you graduate? What would you like to do with your fashion skills?
After I graduate, which I'm hoping so, I would like to have my own fashion house too, to get more people to train, to urge others to embark on this road.
So, do you have any words of appreciation for your boss and your facilitator?
My boss has been an excellent teacher, and I'm very proud of him. And he is the one who has made me who I am today, and I'm very glad. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Please, my name is Rahina to Abdullah.
Okay, Rahina too. So, as you've been in Impact Fashion House, where do you see yourself after you graduate?
I want to be a, a I want to be a best fashion designer in the world to sew for celebrities. Um,
My name is Ernestina.
Ernestina. Okay, so kindly tell us what inspired you to choose fashion designing as a profession?
The reason behind me choosing fashion is because I always dream myself like I want to be like in the nearest 20 years, I want to see myself in somewhere high, like more popular. And I love fashion. That's why I chose fashion.
Okay, so your stay in Impact Fashion House, what can you boldly say that you can do?
Like, depend on what I can sew.
Yeah, what can you sew?
Oh, we do both men wear and women wear.
Yes, I want to know what you can personally do.
What I can personally sew shirts and a cover. Yes.
So, what are some of the challenges you face while learning?
Some of the challenges. Oh, at first, when like our seniors were here, when I came here and I was not able to get it. I was like, hey, why? When can I be like them? But as for now, there, everything is fine.
Or with the help of Impact Fashion House? Okay, thank you very much.
Medin de Angelique Abadjoeni.
Okay, so in your stay here at Impact Fashion House, would you say that fashion designing and dressmaking is a difficult skill to learn?
Oh, enye den sa. Why you hu so pese osun a obehu. Na se wo pese wo ye ni ha nso eni de unhu, ba enye den. So why you hu so pese osun a obehu. De nya so be ma we ni aye den keke.
So, what would you say to the young ones out there, your fellow youths who are out there not doing anything?
Emetima aka chon se ha de so why you hu so pese osun a obetima ba enye de nya so be hu. Nti de won motive won ma wie school won mu ni adwuma yen obetima ba no abayire hu no asua de nya so be hu wa wo da achi na usua ma hu nti be hu no asua tie so ye wa ye so ye sua ma yen da achi me ba nche ye so ma me ade metima pa metima twa nti de nya so be abesua na metima pa me no akeke.
Thank you very much.
My name is Achijifa.
Chidifa. All right. So here at Impact Fashion House, can you tell us what you can boldly say you can do right now?
Now, sew shirt and skirts, cover, and small things.
Okay. So as an apprentice here in Impact Fashion House, how do you manage to support yourself? Maybe transportation, food. How do you manage?
My mother and my father they are almost supporting me and my eba both me DDM and your man getting be me here almost supporting me.
Okay. After you graduate, where do you see yourself? Maybe in the next few years. Where do you want to be?
I want to be a fashion designer because when I see someone sewing, I'm very proud. So that's why I want to be a fashion designer.
I need you to give maybe a message of appreciation to your boss.
Ɛbɛyɛ me anigye sɛ obiara ba sɛ obesua adwuma na wɔgye ne n'anigye kwan so na ɔboa no ma no sua by the end of the year na otumi yɛ biribi kakra ɛma no ho. Ɛyɛ me anigye sɛ saa.
And what would you have to say to your parents who support you, your transportation, your feeding, and everything? What can you say to them?
Ɛno nso ɛbɛyɛ me anigye sɛ abere a mekaa sɛ mesua adwuma no, ɔmo boaa me ama matumi aba abɛsua m'adidie mu, me ntarehyɛ mu, biribi a meyɛ biara ɔmo tumi boa me ama biribiara awie nkonimdie.
Thank you so much.
Mrs. Mary Sribo. I'm the madam here.
Right. Okay, so in Impact Fashion House here, what do you specialize in?
Okay, we are into menswear and women's wear. We do wedding gowns, slate cover, agbada, everything about fashion. We do it, everything.
So, do you really have challenges teaching apprentices, the fashion business?
Yes, sometimes. People have a way of learning. We are not all equal. So sometimes some people find it difficult learning some things, but we just have to be patient with them. Yes.
So, what what are you seeking to achieve with this fashion house in the fashion business? What are you seeking to achieve?
What we want to do is to help the youth. We want them to be self-employed. Yeah, that's what we want to do, helping them more. Yes.
Right. So, what would you like to say to those out there who want to venture into fashion business? Why should they come to Impact Fashion House?
Okay, for here, we take our time to teach. We take our time. Once you are prepared to learn and you come here, you'll be able to do it. This is the last stop. Actually, it's the last stop because we take our time to teach. We teach them how to cut, how to sew, and all that.
So, how is your course like? Is it like for 6 months, 1 year?
Well, it depends. Those who have learned a bit can do for 1 year. Those who have not learned at all, we do it for 3 years. Yes, depending on the person's strength.
And you have advanced lessons too?
Sure. Yes, we have joined cooperative. So we do MVTI grade 2. Yes.
Okay, that's great. So thank you for sharing this journey with us. This has been the 10 years anniversary of Impact Fashion House, celebrating 10 years of excellence, innovation, creativity, and delivering the best and affordable collections. We spoke to Mr. Ebenezer Shrebo, who highlighted us on his challenges, his mission, his vision, and the dreams of the future of the Ghana's fashion industry. In case you just joined us, or in case you missed this episode, you can follow us on our social media handles. That's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and NeyoflixTV. And my outfit here was made by Impact Fashion House, a true African inspiration. Impact Fashion House is located at Ritz Junction, Madina. You can follow them on their social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube at Impact. Or you can contact them on 0242 641 637 or 0248 621 063. Impact Fashion House, African Roots, Global Style. See you next time on NeyoflixTV. Bye.